Hello, hi, and good morning to you. This is Cliff Grays from Train World Boxing. So, why should the deadlift exercise be outlawed? If you look at all of them, these powerlifters, they have all at some stage seriously injured their back. Eddie Hall, Louis Simmons. And you look at all of them, they've all got back issues. Predominantly as a result of the deadlift. Now, the deadlift is such a technical lift. If you let that bar rotate round, it's going to put immense pressure on your sacroiliac joint. If you get one aspect of it wrong, it will result in back injury. But you say, I want to get strong, I want to get powerful. For what? For powerlifting, to say, oh, I can lift 220 kilograms off the floor? I would question that and say, well, what juice you taking? Also, I've got twitch in my eye. Honestly, is it worth it? You say, but I want a strong back. I want a strong back. I want strong lats. I want strong traps. There are other exercises that will do that. Let's take the hip extensors, the spiny erector muscle groups. Get on to a hyperextension machine. Grab as heavy as you can dumbbell and just with your hips, the hips just need to be, I have the hips. I position my hips so they are on sort of cushioned by the hip pad thing. I think that's the best thing. Some people will put them lower down on the top of the femurs, but I think across underneath, so it's supporting the hip bone area. And you just keep your back straight and just lower down and up, down and up. You try that, my friend. You try that. And then tell me, oh, it doesn't work your spiny erector muscles. Go into a power rack. Have a heavy barbell set to about hip height so that your arms are extended, you know what I mean, and you can go in with straps on, with a weight lifting belt on as well. Walk in and just hoik the bar up and down, up and down, up and down. You tell me that doesn't work your traps. Want to work your lower traps? Get onto a chest supported row machine. Preferably with the chest supported. You can do bent over rows, but preferably with your chest supported. Get your back belt on. Get your hand straps on. Okay. Now this time it's for the lower traps. Hold the arms extended and just pull back in. This is none of the Kelso stroke. pull back in with the arms extended, yeah? So they're hanging, dangling down. Pull it back in and back out. That will work your lower traps. And finally, for the lats, well, I mean, you've got several ways, but I would work your lats horizontally and vertically. For the vertical pull for the lats, I would just do chin-ups. If you can do weighted chin-ups, just do weighted chin-ups. Keep it simple, stupid, and just pull up. When your arm is there, what do you suppose is doing? Where does the lats attach? One point of the lats attach to the humerus, don't they? The upper part of the humerus. Around here, don't they? And then they extend down across the rib cage and down to the lower back area. So when that is like that, what's happened, do you think? Your lats are in stretch mode, aren't they? Just pull down with the shoulders and pull up. One. Best of the best. If you can do more than 10, get yourself a weighted belt. Do them weighted. And then the other one is bent over rows, but I prefer the chest supported row. Hold your hands so they're in that on the 45-degree grips. Let it go down and pull back. Let it go down and pull back. Sorted. That's all you need to do. I would not try and be a hard man, or should I say hard person, because, yeah, I would not try and act hard and show poor form on social media for a crappy lift where you can think, well, that person is going to jack themselves up badly. And I wouldn't be too surprised if they have already. The muscles around the spine, the muscles on the back area, the hip extensors, you can get stronger doing the other exercises I mentioned while saving your spine. This is a spine. Well, it's not, it's a pen, you say. Come on, go with me. This is a spine, right? This is a spine. Now, I want you to tell me, can you significantly strengthen the vertebrae of the spine? We are not talking about the musculature that surround the spine, the multifidus, all those muscles that in here, ligament sort of type that interweave. We're not talking about the thoracolumbar fascia down the bottom. We're not talking about anything of that. That's all stripped away. This is your spine stripped away with the vertebrae. I did have a skeleton, but I should put it anyway. You know what I mean? I want you to tell me, what can you do? What can you do to strengthen the vertebrae? Now, look, we all know about increased bone density because of calcium. You know, when you do heavy weight training, it releases calcium. And I'm into heavyweight training, but I just think the deadlift is such a technical lift. Don't do it. Don't do it, because eventually you will get an injury. And once the back is weak for the rest of your life. I can tell you that. Yes, you can recover from back injuries. Louis Simmons did. Yes. But I'm telling you, once it's weak, it's weak. Yes, you might well be able to build back after a back injury, after a prolapsed disc, yeah, you may well build back up to a decent weight again. But is it worth it? Just to try and act hard. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? You see, look, when you do the deadlift, this is you standing upright. This is the top of your spine. This is the bottom of your spine, right? So when you do the deadlift, you do flex over forwards. This is where the hip extensors, your legs, basically, your hip extensors take over, because you lift that weight up and then you flex the hips forward. But the shearing stress, the downward gravity stress on your lower back, on your lower spine, will dramatically increase with heavier weights. So regardless of how strong you think your back is, your back muscles are, you cannot strengthen the spine. You cannot strengthen the spine because of shearing forces, and because of the fact that most get the deadlift wrong. Most do. And you only have to look intelligently at most on YouTube, social media, or whatever, and you will see that most are getting it wrong, and they are on a slippery wicket to devastating injuries. So don't do the deadlift. Thanks for listening. Cliff Gray's Train World Boxing. See ya.